The Prisoner of Zenda. Chapter 1. The Rassendils and the Elfbergs. I wonder when you're going to do something useful, Rudolph, my brother's wife said. She looked at me crossly over the breakfast table. But why should I do anything, Rose? I answered, calmly eating my egg. I've got nearly enough money for the things I want, and my brother, Robert, is a lord, Lord Burlesdon. I'm very happy. You're 29, and you've done nothing except play about? It's true. We Rassendils are a rich and famous family, and we don't need to do anything. This made Rose angry. Rich and famous families usually behave worse than less important families, she said. When I heard this, I touched my dark red hair. I knew what she meant. I'm so pleased that Robert's hair is black, she cried. Just then, my brother, Robert, came in. When he looked at Rose, he could see that there was something wrong. "What's the matter, my dear?" he said. "Oh, she's angry because I never do anything useful, and because I've got red hair," I said. "Well, I know he can't do much about his hair, or his nose," Rose began. "No, the nose and the hair are in the family," my brother agreed, "and Rudolph has both of them." In the room, there were many family pictures, and one of them was of a very beautiful woman, Lady Amelia, who lived 150 years ago. I stood up and turned to look at it. "If you took that picture away, Robert," Rose cried, "we could forget all about it." "Oh, but I don't want to forget about it," I replied. "I like being an Elfberg." But perhaps I should stop for a moment and explain why Rose was angry about my nose and my hair, and why I, a Rassendil, said I was an Elfberg. After all, the Elfbergs are the royal family of Ruritania, and have been for hundreds of years. The story is told in a book about the Rassendil family history. In the year 1733, Prince Rudolph of Ruritania came to England on a visit, and he stayed for several months. Like many of the Elfberg royal family, he had blue eyes, an unusually long, straight nose, and a lot of dark red hair. He was also tall and very good-looking. During his stay here, he became friendly with Lady Amelia, the beautiful wife of Lord Burlesdon. They became very good friends indeed, which naturally did not please Lord Burlesdon. So, one cold, wet morning, the two men fought. The prince was hurt in the fight, but got better and was hurried back to Ruritania. There he married and became King Rudolph III. But Lord Burlesdon fell ill, and 6 months later he died. 2 months after that, Lady Amelia had a baby son, who became the next Lord Burlesdon and the head of the Rassendyll family. The boy grew into a man with blue eyes, a long straight nose, and dark red hair. These things can happen in the best of families, and among the many pictures of the Rassendylls at home, you can see that 5 or 6 of them have the same blue eyes, the same nose, and the same red hair. So, because my hair was red and I had the Elfberg nose, Rose worried about me. In the end, to please her, I promised to get a job in 6 months' time. This gave me 6 free months to enjoy myself first. And an idea came to me. I would visit Ruritania. None of my family had ever been there. They preferred to forget all about the Lady Amelia. But I saw in the newspaper that in 3 weeks the new young king, Rudolph V, would have his coronation. It would be an interesting time to visit the country. I knew my family would not like my going, so I told them I was going walking in Austria. Chapter 2. The Colour of Men's Hair. On the way to Ruritania, I decided to spend a night in Paris with a friend. The next morning, he came with me to the station, and as we waited for the train, we watched the crowds. We noticed a tall, dark, very fashionable lady, and my friend told me who she was. That's Madame Antoinette de Mauban. She's travelling on the same train as you, but don't fall in love with her. Why not? I asked, amused. Ah, said my friend, all Paris knows that she's in love with Duke Michael of Strelsau, and he, as you know, is the half-brother of the new king of Ruritania. Although he's only the second son, and will never be king himself, he's still an important man, and very popular, I hear, with many Ruritanians. The lovely Madame Antoinette won't look twice at you, Rudolph. I laughed, but he had woken my interest in the lady. I did not speak to her during the journey, and when we arrived in Ruritania, I left the train at Zenda, a small town outside the capital. But I noticed that Madame de Mauban went on to Strelsau, the capital. I was welcomed very kindly at my hotel. It belonged to a fat old lady and her pretty daughter. From them, I learned that the coronation was to be on the day after next, and not in 3 weeks. The old lady was more interested in Duke Michael of Strelsau than in the new king. The castle of Zenda and all the land around it belonged to the duke, but the old lady said, "It's not enough. Duke Michael should be king. He spends all his time with us. Every Ruritanian knows him, but we never see the new king." But the daughter cried, "Oh no! I hate Black Michael. I want a red Elfberg. And the king, our friend Johann says, is very red. Johann works for the Duke, and he's seen the king. In fact, the king's staying just outside Zenda now," she added. He's resting at the Duke's house in the forest, before going on to Strelsau on Wednesday for his coronation. The Duke's already in Strelsau, getting everything ready. They're friends? I asked. Friends who want the same place and the same wife, the pretty girl replied. The Duke wants to marry his cousin, Princess Flavia, but people say she's going to be King Rudolph's wife and the Queen. Just then, their friend Johann entered the room. We have a visitor, Johann, the girl's mother said, and Johann turned towards me. But when he saw me, he stepped back, with a look of wonder on his face. What's the matter, Johann? The daughter asked. Good evening, sir, Johann said, still staring at me. He did not seem to like what he saw. The girl began to laugh. It's the colour of your hair, sir, she explained. We don't often see that colour here. It's the Alfberg red, not Johann's favourite colour. The next day, I decided to walk through the forest for a few miles and take the train to Strelsau from a little station along the road. I sent my luggage on by train, and after lunch, I started out on foot. First, I wanted to see the castle of Zenda, and in half an hour I had climbed the hill to it. There were two buildings, the old one, with a moat around it, and the new modern building. Duke Michael could have friends to stay with him in the new castle, but he could go into the old castle when he wanted to be alone. The water in the moat was deep, and if he pulled up the drawbridge over the moat, no one could get to him. I stayed there for some time and looked at the castle, and then I walked on through the forest for about an hour. It was beautiful, and I sat down to enjoy it. Before I knew what had happened, I was asleep. Suddenly, I heard a voice say, "Good heavens, he looks just like the king." When I opened my eyes, there were two men in front of me. One of them came nearer. "May I ask your name?" he said. "Well, why don't you tell me your names first?" I replied. The younger of the two men said, "This is Captain Sapt, and I am Fritz von Tarlenheim. We work for the King of Ruritania." "And I am Rudolf Rassendyll," I answered, "a traveller from England. My brother is Lord Burlesdon." "Of course! The hair!" Sapt cried. "You know the story, Fritz?" Just then, a voice called out from the trees behind us. "Fritz? Fritz! Where are you, man?" "It's the king," Fritz said, and Sapt laughed. Then a young man jumped out from behind a tree. I gave a cry, and when he saw me, he stepped back in sudden surprise. The King of Ruritania looked just like Rudolf Rassendyll, and Rudolf Rassendyll looked just like the king. For a moment, the king said nothing, but then he asked, "Captain? Fritz? Who is this?" Sapt went to the king and spoke quietly in his ear. The king's surprise changed slowly to an amused smile. Then suddenly he began to laugh loudly. "Well met, cousin," he cried. "Where are you travelling to?" "To Strelsau, sir. To the coronation." The king looked at his friends, and for a moment he was serious. But then he began to laugh again. "Wait until Brother Michael sees that there are two of us," he cried. "Perhaps it isn't a very good idea for Mr. Rassendyll to go to Strelsau," Fritz said, worried, and Sapt agreed with him. "Oh, we'll think about the coronation tomorrow," the king said. "Tonight we'll enjoy ourselves. Come, cousin." We returned to the Duke's house in the forest, where we had an excellent dinner. The king called loudly for wine, and Captain Sapt and Fritz seemed worried. Clearly, the king liked his wine a little too much. "Remember, the coronation is tomorrow," warned old Sapt. But the king was only interested in enjoying himself tonight. So we all drank and talked and drank again. At last, the king put down his glass and said, "I've drunk enough." As he said that, old Joseph, the king's servant, came in. He put some very special old wine on the table in front of the king and said, "Duke Michael offers you this wine and asks you to drink it for love of him." "Well done, Black Michael!" the king cried. "Well, I'm not afraid to drink your wine." And he drank every drop of wine in the bottle himself. Then his head fell forward onto the table, and soon afterwards I too remembered no more of that wild evening. Chapter 3. The King Goes to His Coronation. I do not know how long I was asleep, but when I woke up, I was cold and wet. Sapt and Fritz stood there looking at me. "We had to wake you," Sapt said. "Cold water was the only way." Fritz took my arm and turned me round. "Look," he said. The king was on the floor, and when Sapt pushed him with his foot, he did not move. "We've been trying to wake him for half an hour," said Fritz, "but he's sleeping like a dead man." The three of us looked at each other. "Was there something in that last bottle of wine?" I asked. "I don't know," Sapt said. "But if he doesn't get to his coronation today, there'll never be a coronation for him. All Ruritania is waiting for him in Strelsau, and Black Michael with half the army too. We can't tell them that the king is too drunk to go to his own coronation." "You can say he's ill," I said. "Ill?" Sapt laughed angrily. "Everybody will know what that means. He's been ill too many times before." "Tell me, do you think somebody put something in his wine?" I asked. "It was Black Michael," Fritz replied. "We all know he wants to be king himself." For a moment or two We were all silent, and then Sapt looked at me. "You must go to Strelsau and take his place." I stared at him. "You're crazy, man. How can I do that? The king—" "It's dangerous, I know," said Sapt, "but it's our only chance. If you don't go, Black Michael will be king, and the real king will be dead or a prisoner." How could I refuse? It took me 2 minutes to decide. "I'll go," I said. "Well done, boy," cried Sapt. He went on quickly and quietly. "After the coronation, they'll take us to the palace for the night. When we're alone, you and I will leave and ride back here to fetch the king. He'll be all right by then. I'll take him back to Strelsau, and you must get out of the country as fast as you can." "But what about the soldiers?" Fritz asked. "They're Duke Michael's men, and they're coming to take the king back to Strelsau for the coronation." "We'll go before the soldiers get here," Sapt said, "and we'll hide the king." He picked up the king in his arms, and we opened the door. An old woman, Johann's mother, was standing there. She turned without a word and went back to the kitchen. "Did she hear?" Fritz asked. "Don't worry. I'll make sure she can't talk," Sapt said, and he carried the king away. When he returned, he told us that he had locked the old woman in a room underground. The king and Joseph were hidden in another room underground. "Joseph will take care of the king and tell him everything when he wakes up. Come," he went on, "there's no time to lose. It's already 6 o'clock." Soon I was dressed in the king's clothes. The horses were ready, and we were on our way. As we rode through the forest, Sapt told me everything that he could about my life, my family, my friends, and the things I liked or did not like. He told me what to do when we got there, and how to speak to different people. He was a wonderful teacher, and I listened hard. One mistake could mean death for all 3 of us. It was 8 o'clock when we arrived at the station and got on the train, and by 9:30 we were in Strelsau. And when King Rudolph V stepped out of the train, the people shouted, "God save the king!" Old Sapt smiled. "God save them both," he said quietly. "I only hope we are all alive tonight." Chapter 4. My adventures begin. As we made our way to the palace, I began to feel that I really was the king of Ruritania, with Marshal Strackentz, the head of the army, on my right, and old Sapt on my left. I could see that Strelsau was really 2 towns, the old town and the new town. The people of the old town, who were poor, wanted Duke Michael to be their king. But the people of the new town wanted King Rudolph. We went through the new town first, and it was bright and colourful, with the ladies' dresses and the red roses of the Elfbergs. The people shouted loudly for their king as we passed through the streets. But when we came to the old town, the marshal and Sapt moved nearer to my horse, and I could see that they were afraid for me. "Stay back," I called. "I'll show my people that I'm not afraid of them." Some of the crowd were pleased when they heard this, but most of them watched me in silence. Finally, we reached the great church of Stralsau. I remember very little of the coronation, only 2 faces. One was a beautiful girl with wonderful red hair, the Princess Flavia. The other was the face of a man with black hair and dark, deep eyes, Black Michael. When he saw me, his face turned white. Clearly, he was surprised and deeply unhappy to see me. The coronation seemed to last for hours, but I managed to say and do all the right things. At last it was over, and I was now the King of Ruritania. As Princess Flavia and I drove back to the palace in an open car, one man in the crowd called out, "When's the wedding?" The princess's face went a little pink when she heard this. After a while, she said, "You seem different today, Rudolph. Quieter and more serious. Are you going to become a more sensible person now?" The princess, I realized, did not think very highly of the king. As for me, I thought the king was a very lucky man. "If that will please you, I'll try to do it," I said softly. The princess's face went pink again. Then she said, "You must be careful of Michael. You know—" "I know," I said, "that he wants what I have, and also what I hope to have one day." As I spoke, I looked at her, and she smiled at me prettily. I wonder what the king's doing now, I thought. The royal dinner went on for a long time, but at last Fritz, Sapt, and I were alone in the king's dressing room. "You did well," Fritz said, "but Rassendyll, be careful. Black Michael looked blacker than ever today, because you and the princess had so much to say to each other." "She's very beautiful," I replied. "Come on," Sapt cried. "There's no time for that now. We must leave for Zenda at once to find the king. If we're caught, we'll all be killed. Black Michael has had a letter from Zenda, so perhaps he knows already. Don't unlock the door, Fritz, while we're away, or you'll be a dead man. Say the king must be left alone to rest. Now, come on. The horses are ready." Fritz and I shook hands. Then I covered my red hair and most of my face. Sapt and I left the room by a secret door, and we found ourselves outside, at the back of the palace gardens. A man was waiting there with 2 horses. Soon we left the town behind us, and we were out in the country. We rode like the wind, and by 10 o'clock had come to the edge of the forest of Zenda. Suddenly, Sapt stopped. "Listen," he said quietly. "Horses behind us. Quick, get down. The castle's to the left," he continued. "Our road's to the right." We hid in the thick trees, and we waited and watched. The men came nearer. It was Black Michael and another man. When they came to the two roads, they stopped. "Which way?" the Duke asked. "To the castle," the other man cried. "They'll know there what's been happening." The Duke waited for a moment. "To Zenda, then," he cried finally. And the two men took the road to the left. We waited for 10 more minutes, and then we hurried on. When we arrived at the house in the forest, we ran to the underground rooms. The one where Sapt had locked up the old woman was empty. She had escaped. The other room was locked. Sapt's face was white with fear. Between us, we broke down the door and ran in. I found a light and looked round the room. The servant Joseph was on the floor, dead. I held up the light and looked in every corner of the room. "The king isn't here," I said. Chapter 5. His Majesty returns to Strelsau. It was 1 o'clock in the morning. For a few minutes we said nothing. Then Sapt cried, "The Duke's men have taken the king prisoner." "Then we must get back and wake everyone in Strelsau," I cried. "We must catch Black Michael before he kills the king." "Who knows where the king is now?" Sapt answered. Then suddenly he began to laugh. "But we've given Black Michael a problem," he said. "Yes, my boy. We'll go back to Strelsau. The king will be in his palace in Strelsau again tomorrow." "No!" I cried. "Yes," Sapt answered. "It's the only way to help him. Go back and take his place for him." "But the Duke knows." "Yes, but he can't speak, can he? What can he say? This man isn't the king because I've taken the real king prisoner and murdered his servant? Can he say that?" "But people will soon realize I'm not the real king," I said. "Perhaps, perhaps not," said Sapt. "But we must have a king in Strelsau, or Michael will ride in tomorrow as the new king. Listen, boy, if you don't go back to Strelsau, they'll kill the king. And if you do go back, they can't kill the king, because if they kill him, how can they ever say that you're not the real king? Don't you see?" he cried. "It's a dangerous game, but it gives us a chance of winning." It was a wild, hopeless plan, but I was young. I would never have the chance of an adventure like this again. "Sapt, I'll try it," I said. "Good for you," Sapt cried. "But we must hurry. Look." He pulled me over to the door. The moon was low now, and there was not much light, but I could just see a small group of men on horses. They were Black Michael's men, probably coming to take the dead body of Joseph away. "We can't let them go without doing something," I said. thinking of poor Joseph. "Right," Sapt agreed. We ran out of the back of the house and quickly got onto our horses. Silently, we waited in the darkness, and then we galloped round the house and straight into the group of men. Between us, we killed 3 of them. But a bullet hit my finger, and it began to bleed. We rode hard all night, and it was about 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning when we reached Strelsau. Luckily, the streets were still empty. We arrived at the palace, went in, and got to the dressing room. When we opened the door, Fritz was asleep, but he woke immediately. When he saw me, he fell to the ground and cried, "Thank God, Your Majesty! You're safe." "Well done, boy," Sapt shouted. "We'll do it." Fritz stood up. He looked at me. Up and down and up. Then he took a step backwards. "Where's the king?" he cried. "Be quiet," Sapt warned him. "Someone will hear." Fritz's face was white now. "Is the king dead?" he asked quietly. "Please God, no," I answered. "But Black Michael has him." The next day was a long one for me. Sapt talked to me for 3 hours about what I must do and what I must say, what I liked and what I didn't like. Then I had to do some of the king's business, but because of my damaged finger, I did not have to write my name on any papers. When at last I was alone with Sapt and Fritz, we began to talk about Black Michael. Fritz told me that Black Michael had 6 very dangerous men among his servants. 3 Ruritanians, a Belgian, a Frenchman, and an Englishman. They did anything that the Duke ordered, and did not stop at murder. 3 of them, the foreigners Fritz had heard, were in Strelsau now with Duke Michael. Sapt banged the table with his hand in excitement. "Then the king must be alive. Michael's brought the foreigners with him, and left the 3 Ruritanians to hold the king prisoner. Usually, the 6, as they're called, go everywhere with him." Fritz wanted to do something immediately about Black Michael and his men, but Sapt and I realized that we could not do anything openly. "We'll play a waiting game, and let Michael make the first move," I said. And so I continued as King of Ruritania. In order to help the real king, I tried to make myself popular with the people. I went riding through the streets, smiling and talking to everybody. I also went to visit the Princess Flavia. The king's officials had told me that the princess was very popular, and the people hoped that she would become my wife. It was easy for me to pretend to be in love with the princess. Too easy. Those beautiful eyes and that lovely smile were stealing my heart. Here was my greatest danger. I was pretending to be another man, but losing my own heart. On my first visit, we sat together for a long time, talking of this and that. When I got up to leave, Princess Flavia said, "Rudolph, you will be careful, won't you? You have enemies, as I'm sure you know. And your life is very important to Ruritania." Only to Ruritania? I asked softly. And to your loving cousin, she answered quietly. I could not speak. I took her hand in mine. Then, with a heavy heart, I left. Of course, I made many mistakes in my new life as king. But I managed to talk my way out of them, with luck, and with help from Fritz and Sapt. It was like living on a knife edge. Once, I met my brother Michael in the princess's house. We smiled and talked politely, but I could see the anger in his black eyes. Chapter 6. An Adventure with a Tea Table. One day, Sapt brought me some news. He had found out where the king was. Duke Michael was holding him prisoner somewhere in the castle of Zenda. Sapt also brought me a letter. It was in a woman's handwriting. To know what you most wish to know, the letter began, meet me tonight in the garden of the big house in New Avenue. Come at midnight and come alone. There was another note on the back of the letter. Ask yourself which woman does not want Black Michael to marry the princess. A. de M. Antoinette de Mauban, I cried. She wants to marry the Duke. That's true, Sapt said. But you won't go, of course. They'll kill you. Duke Michael made her write this letter. I must, I replied. Every day we play this game, there's more danger. I could make a mistake at any time. And if I do, we'll all die. Don't you see? I have to go tonight. We can't go on much longer. Then I'm coming too, said Sapt. So, at 11:30 that night, Sapt and I rode out to the house in New Avenue. We left Fritz to watch my room in the palace. The night was dark, so I took a lamp. I also had my revolver and a knife. We soon reached the house and came to a gate in the wall. I got off my horse. I'll wait here, said Sapt. If I hear anything, I'll stay where you are, I answered quickly. It's the king's only chance. They mustn't kill you too. You're right, said Sapt. Good luck. Silently, I opened the gate and went into the garden. In front of me, I could see the dark shape of a summer house, and I moved towards it. Without a sound, I went up the steps, pushed open the door, and went in. A woman hurried over to me and took me by the hand. I turned my lamp on her. She was beautiful. Close the door, she said. We must be quick, Mr. Rassendyll. Michael made me write the letter. 3 men are coming to kill you. 3 of the 6. They'll tell everyone that Sapt and Fritz von Tarlenheim murdered you. Then Michael will make himself king and marry the princess. Antoinette's beautiful eyes were sad as she added softly, I can't let him marry her. I love him. But the king, I said. I know he's in the castle of Zenda, but where? Go across the drawbridge, and you come to a heavy door. Listen. What's that? They're coming. They're too soon. Put out your lamp, she cried, her eyes filled with fear. Quickly. You must go. There's a ladder at the end of the garden, against the wall. But it was too late. The 3 men were already outside. There was a small hole in the door, and I put my eye to it. My hand was on my revolver. It was no good. There were 3 of them. I could kill one, perhaps, but then... A voice came from outside. "Mr. Rassendyll?" It was the Englishman. "We only want to talk to you. Open the door." "We can talk through the door," I replied. I looked through the hole again and saw that they were on the top step. When I opened the door, they would run at me. "We'll let you go if you leave the country, and we'll give you 50,000 English pounds, continued Detchard, the Englishman. "Give me a minute to think," I answered. Wildly, I looked around the summer house and saw a metal garden table and some chairs. I picked up the table and held it in front of me by the legs. Then I went to the back of the room and waited. "All right, I agree," I called. "Open the door." I heard them arguing with each other, and then Detchard said to the Belgian, "Why, Bersenin, are you afraid of one man?" A second later, the door opened. De Gotet, the Frenchman, was with the other 2, and the 3 men were standing there with their revolvers ready. With a shout, I ran at them as hard as I could. They tried to shoot me, but the bullets hit the table. The next second, the table knocked them to the ground, and we all fell on top of each other. Quickly, I picked myself up and ran for my life through the trees. I could hear them coming after me. Was Antoinette right? Was there really a ladder by the wall? I reached the end of the garden. The ladder was there. In a minute, I was up it and over the wall. Sapt was waiting with the horses, and seconds later, we were on our way home. And as we rode, we laughed, because I had fought Duke Michael's dangerous men with a tea table.